would be great if you would. You want a pen? As normal? I got one. You bring me that.
Empty.
Alright, well, I'll bring it for note record. Yep. You can keep it. Alright, call the meeting. We've already had the pledge of allegiance. Prior to this board meeting and our work session, so we will not do that, or a moment of silence. We have nobody signed in for either signed in or asked to speak as a matter of record. So we will proceed with our meeting. So I need to amend the agenda that is at your desk as presented. So if I can have a motion and a second to amend.
I make a motion to approve the amended minutes to the meeting, or amended agenda
Let me amend the minutes. Thank
as
you.
presented.
Thank you.
Second.
Okay, got a motion and a second to amend. Any question? If not, say aye in favor.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, and Mr. Strasser is not here due to being sick, so. All right, we need approval of the minutes for the May 9th work session and also our regular meeting. Need a motion and a second.
So moved. Second.
Okay, have a motion and a second. Any thing to change on the approval or the minutes for the work session or the regular meeting on the 9th? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Routine matters. We have 3A, summer school student workers. B, employment of the 22-23 fall athletic staff. We have raises for the custodial subs. C. D is resignations there. E is our fundraisers, facility use request, and overnight and out-of-state field trips, if any.
I think you have the wrong.
You're looking up an old agenda.
Yeah, the old agenda.
You're off the letter.
Oh, well, what? Did I say May 21st?
There was a new one today.
That was it.
Oh, this is a lot thicker.
That one there?
Is it highlighted?
That one's more highlighted.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
It's still,
but it's still the same thing.
We added in B.
Things are switched, like this was, that's what I was questioning.
Oh, okay, let me go through that again, guys. Routine matters, employment of summer school workers. B, classified. C is the employment of the 22-23 fall athletics. D is raise for custodial subs. And E is resignations. And F is, again, the fundraisers, facility usage, and any overnight or out-of-state trips. So I need a motion for routine matters,
so moved.
3A through E. Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. We're on track.
You are, I do see a error though,
Okay.
on 3B, that should be non-certified staff or classified staff, not certified.
Did I say classified? Did I say
You said
supervised?
it correctly. She fixed that after you printed for me.
It's
You don't have the up-to-date one.
Yeah, I got it now.
Hey, we're all keeping each other in mind. We're good. All right.
So that's not classified, non-classified.
Yeah. Oh, see, Chris.
Just
is with me.
classified.
He's on the
Yeah.
same thing. It's classified.
Classified.
Version, we need to start numbering versions.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
All right. So we have a motion and a second for the routine matters, A through E. Any questions?
So we're gonna increase their pay from $8.94 to $13 an hour? Or is
Yes,
that,
that was what we did with our pay increase before, and I did not realize that we didn't have the subs in there, the custodial subs, and they were way lower than what we were paying normally. And we also have building check people that are here all the time. One of them is about 2 weeks for us. They come in on the weekends, they come in during holidays, so I did not realize that when we did our pay increase, I did not include them into that pay. So I wanted to rectify the problem because they do a nice job for us, especially this summer with the stuff that we have going off construction. I really need them to be coming around, checking, make sure doors are checked, because as you know, when we had it last time, we had some doors popped open
yeah,
at night, so.
All in favor of routine matters 3A through E, say aye. Aye. Let's do this again. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Kirk, I just need to make sure that it's noted I abstain from C12.
Oh, okay. We'll just mark you down as a
Is
stain.
that okay?
Yep. We'll just mark you as a stain, that's fine. Oppose?
Is that supposed to be A through F? Is that supposed to be A through F?
that's kind of what I thought, that's why I didn't.
Oh, yes, you're right. It is F. I did say F to start with. You're right. All right. I like it when people keep me in mind. All right. This is not our normal regular one. We
No,
didn't
this is
have time to
really
get
going
this.
well.
All right.
He's off his game, isn't
I'm
he?
off my game. You're right. It wasn't one of them days for me to have to enjoy. Anyway, so now to old business. 4A, Franklin, let's see, Covey, corrected costs. Mrs. Circle, will you explain this to us again?
Yes,
What we
please.
are doing?
Yes, we are going to have a lot of fun with making sure, I'm trying to really make sure that everything that we get board approved, that we have the correct funds that they're coming out of, and that we have the correct cost amount. We had down that it was $10,000, found out it was actually $10,000 and $10,100. So I wanted to make sure for State Board of Accounts, we have the correct amounts approved. Also, we discovered that it was actually written in, part of that cost was written in the Title IV grant. So most of that's gonna be coming from Title IV grant, and then ESSER, we had it just coming out of ESSER before. It just is cleaner if we've got them on board approved agendas when we go back to look for things.
Thank you. Need a motion, a second to approve 4A.
I would move to accept 4A as presented, for $10,100 for Franklin Covey, with it being noted that it's being paid out of Title IV, and then part of it is through ESSER 3. Second that.
Okay. Have a motion and a second. Any questions for Mr. Circle?
What exactly do they do?
That's the leader in me for the
Okay.
elementary.
Questions? Okay, all in favor of, adjusting the cost to $10,100 from the prior approval of $10,000, on our May 9th, 2022 board meeting, to be out of Title IV and part out of ESSER 3. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That's the ayes. Okay. Mr. Smith, you had a motion last meeting to table this item 4B C, D, E for the carpet. Would you please have a motion to bring them back to the table?
Yeah, I would move that, we bring from the table, the, items under old business, B, C, D, and E on flooring.
Thank you. Need a second? Thank you, Mike. Okay. We have, the motion before was to approve, the carpeting, with, some updates. Mrs. Circle, I think, it'd probably be appropriate for you to, clarify to us the questions like we had last time, if you would.
And we had questioned it because we had gone with the more expensive quote. I talked to the custodial staff and they were going off of what we had done in the high school. It was the same carpet and the same company, and they had not worked with, creative floor coverings. So we talked, they agreed, and it's probably a good thing, thank you, Mr. Smith, for tabling it, because Miller came in today with new quotes again, and they were much higher. Yeah, so, when I say we, I'm talking about all the head custodians in all 4 buildings agreed to go with, creative flooring coverings. I did emphasize, make sure the second something is wrong, you need to make sure to contact and, have it fixed. So, we went ahead and changed the recommendations.
I did the arithmetic on it, and you saved $13,234 for a couple weeks. Good job, Mr. Smith.
Any other comments or questions or on this? Do we have a guarantee of years on this? I mean, is it one for workmanship or for, not to,
So, I don't know on this one, that was, I can find out. I am concerned we may be coming back with carpet quotes again for the middle school and high school. I mean, we're approving them now, but we're not gonna be able to do the construction until October. So, we'll see if they guarantee that long, because we've been told before, we're gonna hold on to the pricing now.
It's just a curious question now, as I recall, this is not the same company that was used last time. Well, you mean for this, I was actually referring to who did the previous work that we're not replacing. But
we won't need a motion for
Yeah,
them to,
yeah.
to do
Right.
company that for, creative floor coverage. Okay, so, if not any questions, or any more, we'd like to, now we need to entertain a motion to, use, they're all the same, right?
Creative.
Creative, floor cutting using the Pat Craft, carpet.
Mr. President, I would move that we accept the bids from Creative Floor Coverings, using the Pack Craft, carpeting at Camden Elementary, Camden Early Childhood Center, for $17,064, at Delphi Elementary for $47,292, for the Delphi Middle School at $21,978, and for the high school at $50,432.
Need a second?
Second that.
Okay, we have a motion in a second. Any other discussions on, that motion? Thank you, Mr. Smith, for listening to us.
Did the scope change at the elementary?
Yes, I was able to cover more.
Okay.
So it is covering, if you'd like to know, classroom 404, which I believe is Mr. Walker's class, the 5th grade classrooms, and hallways. So it's gonna encompass all those runs we have going down the hallways.
And one last question. If, I know we may not do the work for some time, but if we go ahead and tell them it's been approved and they order the product, I think it should be able to keep it from price tell. If we look
If not, all in favor, approving the, carpet, as stated. In favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Okay. 4F, bus purchase, corrected costs from August 9th, 2021 board meeting. Let's get a motion on this, and then we will, ask, Anne Marie the particulars again. And these are for Thomas buses.
I move to approve the bus purchases corrected price from the August 9th, 2021 board meeting for, the full-size bus and auxiliary bus.
Thank you.
Second?
All right, we have a motion on the floor for purchase of full bus from Thomas for $103,793, which prior we approved $86,295. Auxiliary bus for Thomas for $99,329, and before we did $93,523. Mrs. Circle, we need an explanation on why we are increasing.
That would be a newbie mistake, that would be my fault. So, basically, August, when we did this, and Carly can attest that when we looked at the prices were right here listed, which is what we wrote down, but then if you flip back like 7 pages later, in there, then they have the actual prices down here after you add on things. So that was completely, Anne Marie did not read the books correctly. So I will take ownership of that error.
Sounds like we all missed that one. So I think that's on all of us, so,
So,
okay, appreciate that.
I just wish they would have put it on there, but that's okay, I know it.
Always look at the bottom, right? Okay, we have a motion and a second for, to adjust the purchase price, for the two buses. Any comments, questions for Mrs. Cirque at this point? Okay, if not, all in favor of adjusting the price to, that we approved to the actual price? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, guys. Okay, next is our 2022-2023 school year meal prices. As you can see, they all listed there. Adult paid breakfast is $2.60. Elementary paid breakfast is $1.65. Middle school and high school are $1.85. The adult paid lunch is $4.60. Elementary paid lunch is $2.50. Middle school and high school is $2.60. Reduced breakfast will be at 30 cents, and reduced lunch will be at 40 cents. Need a motion to accept these 2022-2023 school year meal prices.
I move we accept the 2022-2023 school year meal prices as presented.
Yes. Okay, motion on table. Questions for Mrs. Circle?
Just to confirm, these prices are not really negotiable.
Not really, no, and in fact, I actually talked to the DOE, the nutrition lady today. So she said, yes, that it's a 10-cent raise. Part of the problem, the adult might change. That is so high because we had the program where students weren't paying for lunch at all. And so this year is probably 95% chance that we will go back to students table pay again. So she said that price for adults might go up. But the most they'll have to do is a 10-cent raise. I showed her our prices and made sure she checked it.
Am I right in remembering we have to pass this at a public board meeting with the board of council that we have to?
We did, and it was in the student handbook, so it does kind of pass, but I didn't feel good about that. I wanted it actually out, so I wrote it down next year when we do the handbook
confused.
It was in the handbooks already when we approved them.
For the lower different prices?
Yeah, for
Okay.
these prices, and I didn't point it out, so basically, we approved the handbooks, which had these changes. I didn't feel comfortable in the fact that we didn't have it separated, so I went ahead and got the recommendation for this month, but I wrote a note to myself next year when we do the handbooks to make sure that I have the separate recommendations. I'll get better, it's just a learning process.
Yep.
Just to help bring us into, our, DOE status, to help that. Okay, any other questions? Comments? If not, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, guys. Okay, under new business, 5A, Tuesday first communication. First Tuesday. That's it.
Very first word.
Tuesday first? Well, it could be Tuesday first, but first Tuesday communication, political consultant for $25,000. Need a motion to hire, first Tuesday communication.
I would move that we, hire First Tuesday Communication, a political consultant for $25,000.
Thank you.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Questions, comments?
Do you want to explain what this is?
They're looking at, possibly looking at a referendum as we talked about in our work session prior. In order to do that, we are looking at hiring First Tuesday for helping us with political consulting if we decide to do that.
So I asked that question because I think it's a little bit confusing at this point that we're hiring in a position that we haven't talked about what we're doing. So I don't know if that's the correct order, but, I feel like we're maybe not in the correct order with how we're presenting. Is this the way to do it? Are we doing this the right way?
It's because we can't talk about it until we have the political consultant.
Okay,
So
so that
we
may
don't-
be
so we
the,
don't
that may
have-
be the communication
so,
I'm trying to
yes,
get
yeah.
expressed.
So we
Right,
don't
okay.
have, we haven't come up with any question on the ballot, we haven't doing that, we can't have any of those conversations, so we actually move forward and say, okay, we're gonna go forward on this contract.
Okay, so to clarify, we are hiring a consultant to assist with the, discussion and planning for referendum. Is that an easier way to say that?
I mean, it would be for,
So, again, also with this one, it'll be prorated if we decide not to. If we go down the line for whatever, a month, or we sit there, and if we don't, it'll be prorated, or if we decide to wait till, another cycle or something, it'll be held off to that part, and so, that's the part why we're doing
To
that.
be clear, I'm just trying to make sure
No,
when this
I
hits,
appreciate that.
when Debbie's stuff goes out tonight, people.
It's already on there, what are you
understand-
talking about? It's live.
It's live, sorry, so that people understand what we are actually
Yeah.
doing with this hire, because those questions are gonna start flying,
Yeah.
and they're not gonna understand. So, okay,
Yeah, it's almost a little bit of a cart before the horse, but
Yeah.
we have to, in order to work, to get the horse back in front of the cart. So,
I think you might want to explain why this is a political consultant. I think, is that, yeah.
I think there's a lot of pieces there that
Yeah.
would be beneficial.
And if you wanna, if you wanna do that for YouTube, that'd be great. I got a new card reader, so I'm good for it.
you don't have my card reader?
No, you have a card. You gave me a card.
Oh, okay.
I had to get a new card reader.
Try to help her out.
And he did.
Yes,
Why is it called a political?
It's not. You guys put that on me.
yeah.
Oh,
I'd like to strike that then.
well, there you go.
It's actually just a consultant for,
Consulting services,
for-
primarily marketing.
Yeah.
and data analysis.
Okay,
Yeah, I was gonna
You
describe.
made the motion, Gail.
thanks, Steve.
I don't like these motions like that. Okay, let's redo that motion because really it is not political. That makes it sound like,
I'd like to withdraw the prior motion.
okay, make a new one.
I would move that we, hire First Tuesday Communication as a referendum consultant, for $25,000.
That's the second time.
Still second, okay, thank you. All right, now, any other questions, clarifications that we need at this point? Debbie, does that help?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the first word I wrote on my notes is political.
Yeah. No, it's not really political. Okay, any other questions, comments? All right, all in favor of hiring First Tuesday Communications as a referendum consultant for $25,000? Say aye, in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Okay, on the next item on 5B for Ice Miller, to have them as engagement for operation for referendum. We are giving them, Ms. Circle, you wanna, it's
Do you
basically,
wanna make a motion?
well, go ahead and explain what it is and we'll, I mean,
So basically, Ice Miller is in charge of our financials. And so in order for him, if we are gonna go forward at all or give us any advice financially, we also need to also add the component of being engaged in operating the fund, because right now he's just in our actual finances. So, he will be the one looking at, when we look at the consulting, First Tuesday and the data, and if we decide to move forward, they'll be the ones working with us to figure out what kind of tax rating, impacts that will have. But as of right now, he is not engaged in our corporation in that capacity. So that's why we need to add this umbrella to Ms. Miller.
Just a clarifying question, do we need to consider a cost for this service in any respect?
Like
For Ice Miller, what they
additional-
will charge us for this additional?
I don't believe there's anything written in this contract. Hold on, let me look. It is on here, it's actually on page 2, fees and billing. Page 2. Do you have it in front of you? No, okay, I will read it to you. We propose to charge an hourly rate for the time associated with the planning and referendum phase. We typically see our total fees for assisting with operating referendum in the range of $5,000 to $12,000, depending on the total amount of requested services. Our standard rate for possible timekeepers on this matter are as follows: paralegal, approximately $240 to $425; associates, $305 to $610; and counsel, $380 to $690 approximately; and partners, $445 to $975. Would you like to see this?
okay, so let's get a motion now, to expand Ice Miller's umbrella to engage for a operating referendum based off the, contract, terms that was, presented to us in our board packet, at this point. So I need a motion, a second, and then if we got questions additional, we can.
I move to approve Ice Miller, engagement of operating referendum.
Second.
Chris? Okay, so motion second to, have Vice Miller as engagement of Operation Referendum. Any further questions at this point?
To realize if we decide not to, then it's capped, that is possible.
Yeah, there's no cost to it.
How long is the contract for?
I'm assuming it's the life of the
The referendum.
referendum.
also a yearly reporting function that he's involved with.
I think it's for the like, day to day, because it's gonna change how they do balance finance.
Up or down? Okay, any other questions? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Okay, 5C, encompassing education. Looking to, pay out let's see, there's $4,200 coming out ESSER 3, Tier 2 instructional supports from grades 6 through 12 for $4,200. Let's get a motion in a second, and I'm sure we got some questions.
So moved.
Thank you, Ken.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion, a second. So, any questions? Yeah, because I was gonna ask, this is, we hire them on other things, or we have, right? So can you explain the additional money that we are spending?
So we have been having a difficult time finding instructional aides at the middle school and the high school level. It is very difficult, in particular, to get math people who can be at the high school level and be able to do algebra 1 up to all of those. So Mr. Schuler and Stansberry and Mr. Long have created that schedule we talked about to the 8-period day, so the actual teachers are doing interventions since we cannot find some staff to do it. In order to do this, though, it's not going to work if we're just using our Tier 1 instruction that we will do in the classroom. So we are going to provide them with support and have a day-long training on what Tier 2 interventions look like, what are some resources that they can use, and then this person's actually gonna come back monthly for the first semester to check in to see if they need any additional support, you know, what's working, and basically just make sure the teachers are not just being told, okay, you've got these labs now, figure it out. The admin team talked, and we thought it was really important not to add more work onto the teachers to do that, and rather train them on what it looks like. Because we need to get those interventions going, we're lacking in those schools.
Any other questions at this point?
Just need to ask, is Encompassing Education, is that the company that supplies the aid? Okay.
Yeah, they're the same ones that we've been working with last year.
Where are they at?
I wanna say Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, something like that, I could be
Gallatin.
off of state, where is it?
Says Gallatin, Tennessee.
Okay, so yeah, it's in the right state. Yeah, she comes up here and works, Diane.
Diane,
Yeah.
Ken.
Oh, okay, thank you.
She's the one, Bill Reed is Indiana, he's been working with the math department, has been blessed and thankful this year to have Bill Reed. And then April is the new person they hired on, that is on, deals with, tier teaching, tier 1, 2, tier 2, tier 3 teaching. So,
Any other questions? Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, guys. Okay, 5D, Delta T LLC fan for our bus garage for $4,189. Need a motion, a second?
So moved.
Yeah.
Second.
Okay, have a motion on the table and a second for to purchase a fan for the bus garage for $4,189. Comments?
What kind of fan is it?
I knew you were gonna bring that up. Chris, why don't you read what it's called?
I don't know.
It's a big fan, Chris.
Big fan,
Big fan.
a big fan. 14 feet, isn't it? Something like that? The dimensions? Big.
Is it a ceiling fan or is it a floor fan?
Ceiling.
So
Yeah,
it
it's
is a ceiling fan,
huge
right,
fan.
to help movement of air?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
especially with classes in there now.
Was that an installed price?
Hmm,
Are they installing?
I don't think so.
So.
It says easy installation.
Well, that's because I told Henry it's coming out of the supply fund, so I'm pretty sure it's a lot. So this is coming out of the
They should be
supply.
able to install
They
that.
should be able to put it on.
That's what we need.
Figure money. Our money.
Our money was allocated.
Okay, any other questions,
That's my cage.
comments? Okay, all in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Guys? Okay, we have, one more added here. Bus purchase for 2022-2023 school intent to purchase. For a full-size bus for $120,125, an auxiliary bus for $73,373. And that's the bottom line in dollars, right?
Yes, I learned. We have the
Okay.
bottom line on the back page.
Okay, I need a motion to, bus purchase for 2022, intent actually to purchase, it's not to purchase.
Yeah, we're not
It's an
purchasing.
intent to purchase, in other words, we will, go to them and say we'd like to have a bus, and, make sure everything is done right, because you actually have a quote.
We're holding the price. If
Right.
they get the intent in this week, they will hold that price, and I hear that they're skyrocketing upward. So they are promising to hold to these prices.
Okay. Need a, motion?
I move to proceed with the intent to purchase with the new bus prices for the 2022-2023 school year for a full-size bus of $120,125 and an auxiliary bus of $73,372.
Thank you.
Second.
Have a motion, a second. Any questions, comments?
Is this a smaller auxiliary bus?
It does not have a lift. The other one has a lift components to it, so that's why it is cheaper.
What buses are we replacing, do we know? Especially,
What?
especially in the small one period.
I have to pull up my bus replacement. We do have a situation though, I was meeting with Ross and we bought 6 buses in 1 year. So, that's what we're trying to combat now, way back when. So, there's no way we can buy.
Probably like 12 years old.
Yeah, 12, I mean, we're talking 12 years. 12, 14 years ago, we hit that point. So, I just know that of the 6 buses, this is where we're gonna tackle. Those are the buses that we're talking about. We're replacing, but I told Ross, we definitely need to look and make sure we're never doing that again, because that financially is a big hit. So, we're breaking it up into groups, small groups.
Well, maybe we can organize one of these older buses on those shorter routes and utilize our new ones so we can maybe combat and handle these for replacing those and that cost a lot.
You can, Ross looked into it, you can keep them for 15 years, but you just have to do extra inspections. Yeah.
I think it's 12.
12.
It's 12, but then he talked to the DOT and they can keep them for 15 if they pass this inspection, so they can see it. So there's no way we can buy 6 buses.
Hey.
I don't remember buying 6 buses and then I'm not sure that.
It was pre my time, but I mean.
That had to be when Ralph was.
Right first.
I'm guessing we went a couple years not purchasing buses for a while, which some school corporations do, because we can,
Right.
way to save some money. But then, all of a sudden, we didn't have enough buses, so.
And just a question on, the electric buses, I did read an article where they were becoming more competitive, but is the grant that money still available to apply for the
The second, like,
Volkswagen
like the
money?
first.
Yeah,
Yeah, Ross was looking into it, for some reason, the first round we weren't gonna be able to do it.
this last year.
The second
Yeah.
round,
Yeah.
right.
It's 2011, 2011, is when we bought all these buses.
I was on board, I should have known that.
So, to tell you which one specifically we're replacing, I couldn't tell you right off the top of my
Yeah,
head.
so I was mainly interested in after the rate cuts, but, I find that curious. But we may not approve it.
But I can get the information to you and put that in the next board meeting. I can do it under information.
Yeah, the question on the auxiliary bus, I know they don't have lift, but are they still standard to, compartments underneath to put the, sports gear on this one or not? Because there's some supposedly we have.
I don't think we have any of that.
That'd be something to look at, because I
They're
know others,
small, but
other schools do.
the newest one,
I know
well, I
some-
may not, be the newest one. The one that has the no child left behind button doesn't have that under it.
Okay.
And that's 2 years old.
Okay, okay, that's fine. I just know some other schools have had that, and I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, anyway.
Okay, so, intent to purchase. We have a motion, a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Alright. Okay, 6. I'm just trying to see who, or if anybody's behind that screen there. No, that's fine. Alright, I see Mr. Hunter's there. I'm gonna give the first one. I guess I wish I'd had Mrs. Connor come tonight. If you haven't know, Mrs. Connor, Sherry, was, and Mr. Gill was there, Lions Club Teacher of the Year. And so, what a great, selection, for somebody that has dedicated her life, not only to teaching, but Delphi. And so, well-deserved, long-deserved. So, Mr. Connor, is this the first time she's gotten this?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So, again, there's could have been many times I think she could have got, but, it's always great to have, people like her, stick around on the board and do that. I'm sure you guys will make some comments at the end, so, I just want to note that, 37 years. Field trips, overnight, kindergarten, oh, we already did that, that's all right now. We're good here. DCHS is, Gasper's OTRY, the CECC. That must be for service learning project, okay? What else we got back here? First grade at Riley Park on the 25th. Summer PEs to Hollow Acres Golf Centers, the June 16th and 17th for PE. Golfing, going to the bowling alley on the 23rd. DCHS cheer, live cheer performance, to watch the, is that National Junior Collegiate College? Right?
I believe that's right.
Okay. On June the 29th, and the 4th grade to go to Riley Park to end the year picnic on the 26th. There is no athletic updated.
He is not, because he is running for sophomore. But it was in your packet. I gotta be honest, I haven't even looked at the update. I'm gonna get a copy tomorrow.
Okay, well, you're gonna, want to do future agenda items while you're pulling it up. Camden graduation on May 25th at 1 p.m. The 26th, we have 5th grade graduation at 11 o'clock. The 26th is the middle school awards for 6th, 7th, and 8th at various times there, as you can see. The 27th is senior scholarship night at 7 p.m. The 28th is the graduation at 10 a.m. Miss Circle. What time do you want us there?
9:30.
9:30, deal, 9:15.
9:59. Hey, you know what? I'm not in charge this time.
I know you're not.
So,
I
if
thought
you
I'd-
want to show up at 9:59.
I decided to ask.
Does Zach know where to come?
Yeah, Zach was there.
I was there
Yeah,
last
you were
year.
there. Did we graduate last
Yeah,
year?
It was in person last year. May 31st, the first day of summer school for the high school at 8 p.m. at the elementary. June 6th will be the first day for the elementary summer school, 8 o'clock, of course, down at the elementary. June 6th through 8th, DCMS to Washington, D.C. That is a overnight trip, right?
Yes, we approved it at the beginning of the year.
Right. And then June 13th, regular board meeting at 7 p.m. and we will be having that at the elementary gymnasium because we will be under construction and the high school and middle school is shut down. Okay, real quick, board minute, all right, comments. Mr. Meyer.
Seems like we've been there a lot lately, but,
Yeah, I know.
good luck to everyone in finishing out the school year. Special congratulations to all our graduates. Good luck in their future endeavors. Safe and happy summer to everyone, and special congratulations to Mr. Connor on her Teacher of the Year award.
Mr. Smith.
Start off with Mrs. Connor. Their presentation was really a nice evening, but Sherry did such a beautiful job of talking about what it looked like 37 years ago, walking into this corporation, the changes she's seen, the witnesses that she's had to all the changes. But more importantly, you know, the fact that we've continued to just hire great people, produce great students, have great outcomes, you know, and through all the adversity and all the changes, you know, we've been blessed with some really great teachers. Between her and Mr. Connor, I believe it's 75 years combined service to this corporation. So really blessed to have them. But Tim started the year before Sherry, and perhaps a little side note there about how they met, right? Because you came to Delphi and found this new teacher in her first year, and so we've had a lot of good things come out of that. So I just want to thank Sherry. That was a great choice. I also wanted to point out, Mr. Blank is working or maybe completed now the landscaping around the buildings. It looked nice walking in, but if you get a chance, the entrance to the high school just looks absolutely fantastic. Best I've ever seen it. They did a beautiful job. One of his classes or
Actually,
several classes?
that's the difference, because they've been everywhere. They've been down in front of the solar field. They've gone even down in the elementary, he's just in the 8th grade classes, he's the whole day. They've done a fabulous job.
They really have. That's very nice. And again, lots going on. It's gonna be a busy summer. Lots of pain for people trying to get around to the different buildings, and construction projects going on heavy in middle school, high school. So elementary is gonna be a buzz with lots of people, and so just ask everybody to have a little patience throughout the summer.
Mr. Nipple.
Just like to thank everyone for attending the meeting tonight, and congratulations to Sherry on her award. And congratulations to the graduates this year. Looking forward to Saturday.
Well, I too want to congratulate Mrs. Connor for her Lions Club Teacher of the Year award. I'm very happy for her. She well deserved for winning that award and recognition. I'm happy for all the seniors that are going to graduate this weekend. It's a very busy weekend for not only their life, but for their family and all of us. I'm glad to see that. I want to thank Mrs. Circle for finding that custodial for substitutes, giving them a $4 an hour raise. I know they'll all appreciate it very much. And next we meet, everyone will be on summer break, so I wish faculty, staff, students enjoy the time off for the summer break.
I will also congratulate Mrs. Connor. I actually did have her in class, so I enjoyed that, and it's as I've always said, longevity is important to me, and it's great to see those teachers that not only have a long career, but in the same school system. So, big congratulations to her. I can't believe we're already here at the end of the school year. It seems like it's flown by, maybe because, as you can see, a lot of these grades are getting to do a lot more fun things, getting to do these end of the school parties and going to the park and I'm a huge, fan of these things happening, so. And then, of course, congratulations to the graduates, it'll be exciting to be there, this weekend, and, hopefully everybody stays safe and gets to have a great time and see some family.
Mr. Schwarzkopf, may I add a comment?
Yes,
I apologize. We received another letter of a resignation this evening, and I thought it was worthy to note that we're losing another aide, college educated, and I think it's really important to highlight we've lost several because of what we're paying. And so this one was making $13.50 an hour as an aide, working with our IEP students, special education. Really, I think from everything I've known about her, she's an excellent aide. But that's why the referendum becomes so critical for us, is to be able to raise those salaries, to be able to attain and retain these positions that we cannot keep, but critical to the success of all of our students. I want to add that. Thank you.
No problem. Like I said, I've already talked about Mrs. Connor. Mr. Smith, could you help me with the two students that received the award of Alliance Club?
Sam
Their names?
Riegler was the male student, and Ava Charnock.
Okay. I just want to make sure they got noted too,
Yeah.
because that's an honor also for them too. Along with that, like I said, I look forward to graduation and a safe graduation time. Not always is that the case, and I hope that our students and everything will take note and that be safe and further your education best that they need to be done at this point. One more motion, guys. I need a motion to close the meeting.
Yeah, move to adjourn.
Thank you. Thank you. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thanks, guys. Meeting adjourned. Don't forget the exec session afterwards.
Excuse
We're in the office. Oh. Save it for next time.
Yeah, a couple phone calls, somebody got.
know how many square feet of concrete that we're gonna be laying down?
All of it. I like that.
Set that one up, didn't you?
Yeah, I know.
Carly, do you have things for us to sign? Okay.
Doesn't look like we have to start taking on here. We're talking.
Not from
Not us.
you.
It's residential.
Yeah, yeah.
Almost. It could've went really well.
Yeah.
Went really well.
That's why I like it.
Yeah, I should have seen how many were there, that's all right.
The ones that are. Wait and search. Yeah, so,
Okay, Carly, you got things for us to sign?
I even
Oh, you got, you know, that's it? Jeez, man.
they were telling us that it was gonna like this dramatically, they said, go
Minutes, that's all it was.
They wanna raise, they're gonna. Okay. Tim Con.
and if we have to.
Yeah, that's my.
Taking care of you.
Alright, hey, good luck. Huh?
Just keep on what you want.
No.
That's for cost.
she just, the way she functions, it's beyond.
Yeah, our staff meeting's fine.
Yeah, well, yeah. And, okay, and reduce breakfast and lunch?
Huh?
No, reduce breakfast and lunch?
Grab some.
So,
Read
free
through
reduced
this morning,
fees if they
about when my
qualify,
last one was.
these may make dairy free.
Okay, I think that's it.
Wow.
Let's put in there Anne Marie.
No, just misread the quote, you know, not a big deal.
Wanting candy?
Come back. Okay.
I almost texted, sitting back here reading that agenda item, I almost texted her and said, why am I called political?
Yeah.
But I didn't, because I didn't want, I decided, I don't want to draw attention to it.
Oh,
And then he drew attention to it, so what
yeah,
the heck?
well, and you know, I was gonna,
Yeah.
later,
Deservedly so.
but you know, after hearing what Bill was saying, it sounded political at the end.
We can't conduct.
He was over here and said, we've lost so many interventionists because, you know, it sounded like a political statement to me.
Oh, that did? Oh,
Yeah.
That wasn't 15, I mean.
Of course, I can cover that kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah, you're just.
Have you been reading the comment of it to know what you're getting into? Okay, so you know about the sheriff's race.
I know about your former judge.
They were almost
Mm-hmm.
I know about your former clerk.
Have to get there.
All my stories, so.
Yeah, every
Yeah.
one of them.
Oh, yeah,